Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. The extra legendary event is here in the summoning portal, and I didn't lie. I did not lie. Yesterday in my video when I said that I was not going to be pulling in this event, I genuinely believed that. I did. My self-control was high. And I was confident in it. I am actually going to be pulling though today. I changed my mind. I was just sort of thinking about it. So what I did, I went back to check, and this is the useful thing, and it's a good lesson as well. I did not know what my mercy system was. My assumption for how far I was in my mercy was completely wrong. I went back and checked. Perks of being a YouTuber, I can watch the videos of every single shard I pull, right? So I went back and checked it. So I've pulled 90 Ancients without a Legendary in the Guaranteed Candrafon event, because the Guaranteed Candrafon at the end of it doesn't count. So I've got about 90 shards worth in, which means that I'm basically guaranteed to hit Legendary within 130 shards in the worst case scenario. So basically, another random Legendary for 130 shards is a pretty decent deal. It's sort of that borderline thing where typically in a guaranteed champion event, it's 150 shards for a champion, and you know who they are, you know what you're getting. This is less shards, but it's completely random, so we could get something useless. But I've kind of figured I'm willing to take that risk. It makes for a super fun video, which is important. I am considering, I think I've bought like one shard pack, like one of the anniversary packs. I think it's the only time I've ever bought a shard pack in this game. I am considering buying some ancient shards though, just to catch up. If you guys are wondering, the tinfoil hat theory right now is we could have a guaranteed champion, possibly from ancients, during CVC on Tuesday. That would be my guess. We are going to have a 2x ancient event, not this weekend, but the following weekend. So it would kind of make sense to do a double legendary, then, a guaranteed legendary, both from ancient shards before the 2x ancients. Just really hit you in the ancient shards, put you in a position where you're considering buying, That would be my suspicion. Obviously, I've got a ton of sacreds. I've been saving. I'm hoping for guaranteed from sacreds will give me time to build my ancients back up. We'll see. But anyway, without any further ado, let's go in. Let's start pulling. And we're really hoping to hit the gold early. The earlier we hit gold, the better here. And we're really not expecting much else. I don't think there's any epics I need anymore from blue shards. Only from, well, there's a couple I don't have. Catacomb Counselor, not great. His A1, A3 are just bad. Sorry, his A1, A2 are bad. Then he does have a team up with 3 random allies to attack a single enemy on a 4-turn cooldown. Really power crept by all the other ally attack. He's the worst ally attack champion. Useful to have, but not amazing. But yeah, we're really hoping to just get lucky and hit gold early here so I can save and preserve as many shards as possible. The chances, of course, are very small. Nothing in that pull. That's okay. Also, with the new vault thing, I guess I could start building up some of those rare faction guardians. That could be pretty okay. And here, really hoping for any sort of new legendaries. Obviously, any of the S tiers. Lady Kimmy would be amazing. Duchess, anything like that. Annex, actually pretty cool champ. He does have a funky passive. He just get an extra turn when he drops below 10% HP. That can be problematic in unkillable clan boss teams. You need to run him in a block damage team to stop this happening, because otherwise it will break your speed tune, usually, in clan boss. So watch out for that. But he's very good. He hits very hard. He's got decreased defense on his A1, decreased accuracy and poisons on his A2, and weaken on his A3. So decreased defense, weaken, and poisons, very similar to Fane. Very similar to like Dracomorph, those style champions for the Demon Lord clan boss. Really good champ, just there is some work that goes into building him. I think he'd work really well in Helicat teams, I think. Alright, here we go. We're getting a decent amount of epics, I'd actually say, for this. We're getting them in most 10 pulls here. Grimskin is terrible. Moving on. And we're moving on. Forget about him. Alright, how are we doing here? 2 epic. Wow, back-to-back epics. Another epic. This feels like a 2x event. This is better than the last 2x event for me. This is hilarious. Luria, she's okay, not amazing, but she can be alright. She's got AoE attack with a freeze that blocks revive. It's actually a pretty good move. Long cooldown though. And then she has buff removal at single target. You can place block buffs. I think she's alright. Typically you're not going to rush out to build her, but she's potentially decent, Visionary, I don't know. I've heard people say they like her, but I just don't know where you'd use her. Though she's a cool champion, AoE attack with decreased crit rate, decreased crit damage, and then a buff, increased crit rate, increased crit damage for your team, AoE. So sort of AoE doing both of those, but I don't know how useful it is. Dure the Hunger, this guy is great. I'm actually leveling mine up at the moment. Very good champ. A1 stun. A2 heal with a continuous heal and reflect damage for your team. Works well with Seer even. And then he has a nice revive there. So great champ. Very good for the Demon Spawn Faction Wars, right? If you don't have Duchess, which I don't, he makes it significantly easier. Come on, gold. I think we're going to Mercy for gold, guys. I'm feeling it. Now I've made this decision. I'm like, this was a bad decision. We're going to Mercy. I think Torture Helm's actually kind of cool. He does have to revive when killed on a 3-turn cooldown. I think he can do some pretty funky stuff. Not like late game stuff, but I think he can do some fun solo strategies for like maybe Bommel and stuff like that. I think Hell Hades might have some videos on Torture Helm. Does some cool things. He's a cool champ. Not super powerful, but does some really interesting, cheeky strategies in that mid game, which is cool. Geomancer, yo, there we go. Oh man, people be jealous of that. This is, I believe, my 4th Geomancer. I probably will hold on to him just in case they ever add empowerment for epic champions. He's the best epic in the game, let's be real. He is the best. Yeah, I might hold on to that. Maybe we'll build a 4th one. I don't think we'll build a 4th one, but I'm going to hold on to Geomancer. Another nice thing about this, we do have champion training starting, I believe it is tomorrow. Tomorrow or the next day. Might be the next day. Can't quite remember, but yeah, that's, I'm going to have lots and lots of food for that, so that's going to be super easy. It's going to be great. Rearguard Sergeant, good champ actually. Ally protection and continuous heal on your team for 2 turns, which is really cool. AoE decrease attack, that heals her, and then decrease defense A1. Great champion, really nice champion. Just all around great support for your team, keeping them alive, basically. Here we go, come on. How many shards are we in now? Oh man, that's a wave of blue. Okay, we've got 76 left. We're closing in. We're hitting Mercy very soon. 30 more slots left, and then I need to free up some space if it goes the worst. So I think it's not this 10 pull or the next one. I think it's the following one, which is like the really likely one. Nothing here. Another Torture Helm. Okay. And then I think this 10 pull might dip into Mercy, but not too much. So yeah, we've really burned all the shards, unfortunately. It's always the possibility I've miscalculated. Here we go. So this should be into Mercy. Oh, yes, there it is. There it is, Manaya. Oh! Calvalax! Okay. Okay, the extra legendary is coming in huge. If you guys are gonna love it. If you guys have not been watching the start of the CC games, the content creator games, Deadwood Jedi is organizing this at the moment. Check out his channel. I think might be today actually is the first event, the first competition, Dragon. It's either today or tomorrow, I can't remember. But basically, we're all split into teams. Like Hell Hades is on one team. My team, we've got Scratch, YST. Pretty strong team, right? But we actually have Knights Revenant. I'm fighting as the Knights Revenant. Each content creator can only use one faction, and we have to draft against each other. I picked Knights Revenant, and Calvalax was banned against us. Every team got to ban a couple of champions from the others. Calvalax was banned because he's just so insane. And we were laughing because none of us have him. And people couldn't believe it. Like, wow, you've got none of you guys have this champion. He's insane. He's awesome. This guy was actually a design by a community member. I can't remember his name, but it was a member of the community joined into a competition and won the competition with this design, and Plarium brought it into the game. He looks absolutely awesome. What does he do? A1, he can increase poisons on the target and heal him by a bit. That's okay. Actually, let's just go to this best bit, his passive. 4 poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns at the start of each round. Insane. And then a 50% chance of putting poisons on all enemies for 1 turn at the start of every turn that he takes as well. And then whenever he is poisoned, he replaces it with continuous heal. The big deal with speed farming is, in dungeons, you can basically go in with poison explosion teams, because this guy puts up a ton of poisons without ever needing to take a turn. He doesn't even need any he just needs enough accuracy to land the poisons. And there you go. It's like a Tomb Lord level of AoE poison on all the enemies. he doesn't even need to take a turn. He just does it. So for speed farming, it's so fast. You throw a couple of Calvalax in with like an Elenarl or a Zavia, and you just rip through those dungeons, and there's nothing they can do about it. He does have an AoE that does more damage based off the number of poisons on each target. Also enemy max HP. I'm not sure how hard this hits, but I'm intrigued to try it. And then his A2 is a single target attack that does 3 extra hits for every poison debuff on the target as well. You can see in terms of books, he does book up with a lot of damage. And then he has what? Speed in all battles. It's a solid aura as well. Really good champion. This is great, man. Like, if he was the guaranteed legendary, people would be going mad to pull for this guy. So this has worked out real well for me. I am very happy. This is great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up now exactly how to build him, and I'll let you guys know. We'll figure that out. He's gonna work pretty well, even unbooked, to be honest. He's just gonna do like 30% more damage when he's booked, you know? But he's gonna work pretty well. Awesome, that is great. Manaya, not so good. Not so good. Unfortunately, she has speed in all battles, same aura. Her A1 puts continuous heal on the ally at the lowest HP for 2 turns. Actually pretty good. Her A2 is a 3-turn cooldown when booked, single target attack, heals this champion and the ally with the lowest HP by 10,000 HP. It's pretty poor. Like, if that, the fact that it doesn't scale, the fact that it's flat HP, I feel like this just gets worse and worse and worse the longer the game is out, because we constantly have a little bit of power creep, right? Champions are constantly getting stronger, gear is getting stronger, blah, blah, blah. You know, all this stuff is happening. They never really nerf champions, or almost never nerf champions in this game. They only really buff champs. So this is just really falling behind. Like, if this was proportionate to her max HP, it'd be pretty good. Like, even if it was something like 30%, maybe more like 50% of her max HP, it'd be better. But anyway, has a chance of putting heal reduction debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Not very useful. Then Beauty's Allure, 4-turn cooldown when booked, heals all allies by 40% of their max HP, so it's okay. Places block debuffs on champions under increased defense buffs. If a champion's fully healed by this skill, also places a shield for 2 turns equal to 25% of that champion's HP. So it depends on the champion. So it's healing them based off of their max HP and a shield based off of their max HP. That's not great. It's so much better if it's based off of hers instead of theirs. The big thing with her is this. She is a combo champion with Coronar. 4-turn cooldown Lover Sacrifice when booked. Fills turn meter of all allies by 20% when this champion is killed. Revives her with 75% HP when killed if Coronar's on the same team. It's okay. I think her main purpose really is making Coronar himself better. They're a good combo in Arena. But yeah, she needs a buff just on her own. Really on her own, she's nothing special, right? This move is just not very good. Her A1 is good. This move is okay, could be better. She's quite underwhelming on her own, but it is when you put her in with us. So I've got 46 shards left. Wow. Oh, we maxed out at 300. What would have happened if I only had 10 slots? I guess it would have gone to my storage, I suppose. I guess it would have gone to my storage. But yeah, she's really good with wow, I have almost all of Bannerlords, which is nuts. I've got so many Bannerlords. Skinwalkers. She goes well with Coronar. She enables him to always counterattack if Manaya is on the team. Pretty much the main thing. And then his A1 hits twice, which is really good, I think, with stun set, that sort of thing. Anyway, there we go, guys. They are my pulls. What do you think? I mean, I feel like unfortunately we went like all the way to Mercy. We went the whole way. Pretty much as expected, though. What's I have? I had 166 shards going into it. I still have 46 left. So I spent 120 shards for another legendary by going in and checking that Mercy. Pretty much a bargain. Calvalax, great champion. I'm really happy with that. I mean, yeah, I might miss the next one, but the next guaranteed. But really can't complain. If we come check the top teams, triple Calvalax, double Calvalax, double. There he is. Calvalax, our boy. He's in a lot of these teams, guys. There he is. He's going to be there in Ice Golem as well. Just crazy champion. Probably even in this stage. He doesn't need to be good affinity, you know? He just needs to put the poisons. These ones are in Savage. This one doesn't even have any sets. I love it. And we've got a 5-star Elenarl. I love it. I love it. They just do their poisons and they die. Elenarl blows up one wave. Zavia blows up another wave. And then Frozen Banshee solos the boss. And that's it. Boom. That's all she wrote. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope that you enjoyed. Good luck with your pulls. Don't get baited if you don't have any mercy timer built up. But if you do, it can be really good. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.